Hello, 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 and welcome, guys. I'm going to be getting this kick started off here in a second, but welcome to another edition here, Mr. ICO, and welcome, guys. Oh, video feed, sorry. Sorry about that. I'm going to be going through some articles here on coin telegraphy, breaking down GreenX mining project again, and yeah, you know, we're just in an exciting time. This is I can't stress enough of how important the time frame that we're in today within this cryptocurrency space. I don't believe, what I know for a fact is everything eventually will become a cryptocurrency coin or tokenized over the next few years. Hey, Lashana, how you doing? How is it going? Good to see you. Well, I need to build my channel up, and the only way you can do that is you've got to get out there. Give me 1 second. Let me post this link out. I'm going to post this link out on Facebook so I can get, and then we can get started here in a few seconds here. Give me 1 second. Bear with me, guys. Do apologize. Okay. Almost done here. Do apologize. Okay. I hate when it does that link. It's totally wrong, totally off, totally wrong. But oh well. Hey everybody, how is it going? Hopefully you guys are having a good day. Today we're going to be talking about a few things here in the cryptocurrency world, in the cryptocurrency space. You know, it's just amazing how fresh and new where we are at in this cryptocurrency landscape. I mean, we're really just getting started. You know, this year has been a year, quite to say, from last year in the cryptocurrency market. But say nonetheless, cryptocurrency is for most of you guys right now that are learning, this is the best time to learn. I said this saying the other day. I was like, most people, rich people, buy when things are low, where people that are, I should say, have a broke mentality, buy when things are extremely high. So rich people buy when things are low, and broke people buy when things are high. And that's typically what we're going to see. I can guarantee you, when Bitcoin hits another bull run, you're going to see a lot more people come into the market space and start to buy into Bitcoin when Bitcoin is at 10,000, 15,000, 20, and when it runs on a bull run, because what we call FOMO. And this is a time to really start to look at cryptocurrency while it's at its all-time low. The reason why is because right now, the crypto market, all of 2018, has really kind of hit a stalemate, and it's kind of hit a plateau. But it's been done for a reason. And what we're seeing, and what we've seen from last year up until now, is Wall Street. We have big money investors that have come into this market space and looking at cryptocurrency, because last year at this time, Bitcoin and cryptocurrency as a whole, the altcoins, nearly got up to $1 trillion. That's without Wall Street's help. So what we've seen is a reaction from Wall Street in these markets to take the markets back down and start to really look at, or start to really kind of analyze the technology around it. Wall Street has done quite the job, I would personally say the least, in holding the price of what Bitcoin is right now to where it's at. And but this is a good thing, because we have projects like GreenX Mining, which I'm going to talk about here in a second. The GreenX Mining project right now because the coins are mining. Our machines are mining coins. If you have purchased a machine, you're probably more likely less your machine is mining coins. But right now, our machines are not on an exchange to be able to be sold. So there's the difference. That's a good thing because if the machines were, I should say, if the coins were, well, I would say if the coins right now, if Bitcoin was at a bull run at the moment and we didn't have access to our coins, you know, the value would still be going up. I'm sure once it hits an exchange, but I can't wait for us to have access and then it be on an exchange so that we can actually cop that value, because that's where we're going to be able to see our profits if you have a GreenX mining rig. So let's talk about this. I'm going to go ahead and do a screen share. Let me go ahead and switch screens over and pop into screen share ability. Here we go. All right, let's close out of that. There's no need to have that Facebook window open. So what I'm gonna what we don't know is what exchange that this coin will hit. We have our guesstimates. I have a guess of potential exchanges that it might be on when they release the GreenX mining coins. But what I would recommend is that you set up, just to have yourself educated and trained, go to Cryptopia and set up yourself an account. It's a simple process, easy to do. This is what we call it. This is an exchange for those who don't quite understand or have never set up an exchange. I would highly recommend that you go on, set up an account, and put all your security features on here too. Doesn't take too long to do. There, 1 second. Once you get in and once you get set up, you're done. It's easy. But I would get set up on Cryptopia and get this taken care of as fast as possible. That way, if this is an exchange that it goes on for us to sell the value, you're going to already be ahead of the curve and be able to get yourself, move your amount of coins that you want to sell. Let's say if it does hit on Cryptopia on this exchange, sell it for the value so you can cop your profit. So I would highly recommend you get set up just in generic, because there's many of exchanges. There's probably about 400 exchanges, probably more, and every coin is not on every exchange. So I would say GreenX mining coin probably will not be on every exchange. Check my email real quick. It probably won't be on every exchange, but this is it's a fairly sized exchange. I wouldn't say it's one of the biggest. It's a fairly exchange, but let's say it hits this exchange. You're already prepared for the GreenX mining coin once it does go live to hit this exchange. You're already ahead of the curve. You're already set up. 1 second here. I've got all my little security features on here, which I would recommend every single person do. Make sure you guys get set up. Oop. I got my cat. My cat's playing. Probably hear my cat in the background. Hold on a second. Ow. Let me give you 1 second. There you go. Gotta let the kitty out. All right. All right. Let me go ahead and close that out. That's unnecessary. But once you guys get set up on this exchange, you guys are set up. You guys don't have to worry about, it's really not a difficult process. Make sure you get once you get set up, you go set up your security features. You add your two-factor notification on there. I would highly do that. Set up your two-factor on your account, and that way you've got all the things that you need taken care of. That's what I would recommend highly, is getting your security features on any exchange for that matter that you get set up. So again, get yourself set up on Cryptopia, because if this is a coin that GreenX mining, if this is an exchange that GreenX mining would be on once it is active, you would find it here. I'm going to use Electronium for an example. You can already see Electronium trading here. So let's just pull up ETN to Bitcoin. So if I was going to sell value. So this would be, you know, if this was, let's say, GreenX mining coin, it would be, you know, it would be whatever the acronym for GreenX mining is, the 3-letter symbol, to BTC. But more than likely, if it does hit this exchange, it's automatically going to be traded against BTC, and I'm sure it'll be traded also against the Ethereum. So, you know, there's different. You got multiple pairs in the trading world that you can trade against BTC, which means your GreenX coin to BTC, or trade against Ethereum. And if each coin is going to have different volume and value, and that's what we want to look for. Is we want to look for what is the volume inside of each coin. We want to look at what the prices are going for, or what, you know, because if you guys can look at this chart, this is just Electroneum. You guys can see every hour or every minute and every hour, the candlesticks, the value is changing. That's why you can't say, I can say, let's say the GreenX mining coin is at 2 cents. The evaluation is at 2 cents. Well, it can be at 2 cents 5 minutes from now, and it could be at 3 cents 5 minutes from now, or 10 minutes from now. So the price fluctuation is always going to change. And this is why it's important for you guys to get educated this is beyond education. This is actually hands-on and learning how this process ultimately operates. So again, you know, Cryptopia has a number of different coins, as you guys can see here, to trade against. You know, see, this is what I mean when I talk about all these exchanges. Let's go to the coin market cap. Coin market cap has a list of every known cryptocurrency exchanged coin, and if it typically is not on this site, it's not a cryptocurrency. It's more likely just you know, funny money. So that's, you know, coin market cap is really kind of like the Wall Street tracker for the cryptocurrency coins to track and see where the value is, ultimately all together. So when I'm looking here, let's take a look. I'm going to go back to the price. Let's look up what ETN is going for. So ETN, hold on a second. ETN, Electroneum. So give you guys a prime example. So like right now, Electroneum is going for just shy of about 2 cents. It's a little shy of 2 cents right now. There's about $1.1 million being traded in volume in a 24-hour period. And then let's take a look at what exchanges that it's selling on, so you guys can get a look and feel for it. All right, so Cryptopia is actually the second biggest exchange. At one point, it was the first biggest exchange that Electroneum was trading on. The next exchange really is a Qcoin. As you can see here, what type of pairs, again, it's ETN, which is the ETN coin, to BTC, Electroneum's ETN to BTC, but also it's other exchanges. It's trading from ETN coin to Ethereum. So you guys can see, this shows me what exchanges are showing, but also it shows me on CoinMarketCap what amount of volume is going through it in a 24-hour period. So they're taking the whole total, and that's where you get the $1.1 million in volume, thus the price. See, it's smart to be able to hold as many coins with the GreenX mining project as you possibly can. And the reason why is that out the gate, a lot of people are going to probably try to sell. I would say not everybody, but a lot of people are going to probably sell their ETN coins, or not ETN, but their GreenX coins out the gate. But here's what's going to happen is that I know that right out the gate, you're not going to have all the sales volume necessary like this. You're not going to have a big amount of sales volume out the gate. You may, but more than likely, it's going to take a little bit for a lot of the sales volume to come in. You're going to probably have a big sell-off, but the value comes in the appreciation, the price rise of the coin. So let's take it, for instance, right now, one GreenX mining rig as of right now, because there's about 3,000 machines, almost 3,000, if not right now 3,000, active the machines, and there will be a total of about 40,000 machines in total when it's all said and done. When they are all sold out, there'll be about 40,000 machines, but 3,000 of them are active, which means this: if there's there's 50 billion coins issued to this, okay, and I'll show you guys going back to we're just using Electroneum. Electroneum has 21 billion, so GreenX mining has 2 times that, almost a little more than 2 times that. It has 50 billion coins issued to it. So look at what $1 million in a 24-hour period is doing to the coin. It's only, well, it's not even, it's more than just that. It's what's inside of it, market cap. So it's got $143 million in volume that supports that almost 2 cents. So when we see this, and this coin did get to this at the point, when we see that this coin has, 700 or 800 million, almost $1 billion in volume. This coin almost hit $1 billion in volume. And I've done the math for this particular coin. For this coin to be at let's say 20 cents, it would have to have $1 billion in volume. So for every $1 billion in volume to its max cap supply, how many coins it's issued in total, but also what's in circulation, it's going to be, for every 20 cents, it's going to raise it for every $1 billion, it's going to raise this coin 20 cents. So put that math equation to GreenX mining when it has actually more than 2.5 amount of coins that's issued to it. It's going to take a little longer to fill that up. So when we see $1 billion inside of GreenX mining project, we may see it hit, I would say, 15 cents. The potential's there if it hits $1 billion in sales volume. But the way the market works in cryptocurrency and what we've seen is that, when Bitcoin has a rise, a majority of the coins start to grow with it. And that's what I can tell you next year. If my belief is as strong as it is, next year is going to be a strong year because a lot of retail stores are looking at the blockchain technology. They're looking at cryptocurrency and the potential that it has as an application, but also on the investment side. So when we see a project like Electroneum, but now GreenX mining project, the rigs and what it's producing. Right now, one rig is producing at least, I would say, up to, right now with the amount of machines online, about $1.2 million 1.2 million coins per rig as of right now. Now it's fluctuating. It can go down. It's going up and down. Let's just say it's 1.2 just for understanding purposes. That's producing. It's creating every month. If you have a GreenX mining rig, let's just say around there. So do that times, let's say it hits at a valuation of 2 cents. So that would probably be, anywhere from 200 to 400, I would say $250 million in volume, or should say in market cap volume inside there. So, but let's put that at, let's say that's 2 cents. So that would be per rig almost $24,000 per one rig, and one rig is only $3,750 for a rig. I mean, I want you to understand that right now. This is the power of it. Now, that's holding coins. Imagine if the value started to shoot up. Let's take that right now, 1.2 million. Say you had a month worth of coins, and let's say it's 1.2 million amount of coins times, let's just say it hit a 2 cent or 10 cent evaluation, or even a 15 cent evaluation if it got $1 billion inside there. That's just a kind of a rough math equation. Let's say it hit that a 15 cent evaluation. I mean, that's a per rig. I mean, what I would say is that would be what the value, that if the sales volume was there, with the volume you could cop out on one machine if it hit 15 cents on that amount of coins. If you had 1.1 or 1.2 million coins of GreenX mining coins at a 15 cent evaluation. Do you understand a little bit more of why when we say cryptocurrency can be the exponential growth can be astronomical? See, this is not a get rich quick process. This is investment. There's a potential law for this is my belief. There is no loss in the cryptocurrency world. There's only waiting for the value to go back up. So if the value of the coins, let's say, was at $1 billion market cap, which would probably put the coin, the GreenX coin, around a 11 to 15 cent evaluation, you're looking at anywhere from $120 to $180,000 in volume per rig per month at a 1.2 million coin producing rate that it's doing right now. Now you get why right now I'm telling you, get your hands on one mining rig. One mining rig is huge. This is, I mean, look, you know, there's a risk in everything you do in life. This is risk, but there is also the potential for a reward. You've got to calculate it for yourself. But to me, this GreenX mining project is not just about the investment side, but it's also about the proof of work behind it. It's a coin tied and backed behind an already functioning company, electricity company, a company that's already producing electricity. This is huge. Hopefully this is making sense to you guys. So I'm trying to slow it down so you guys can catch and really process what I'm trying to show you there. Because what I believe is everything eventually is and will become decentralized. Take the GreenX mining project. It's decentralizing. It's not changing the electricity system necessarily, but it's building on a better platform, and it's decentralizing the energy space, almost identical to what Uber did to the cab industry. That would be the best way that I can put it to help you understand it. So all Uber did is now make it easier for, now let's just say, every person to be kind of a cab, and make it faster and more efficient for the driver to pick up the client. Because if you took a cab, or if you still take cabs, which I'm not against, it could take 30 minutes, a half an hour after you call a cab at times for them to get to you, right? You know, because they could be across town, or could be all busy, all tied up. Well, with the Uber application, what did it do? It decentralized, and it made everybody, and that's kind of the purpose of what blockchain has done, is it makes everybody a part of the system, but also everybody a recorded ledger. Just the technology of blockchain is amazing. So we're just seeing the beginning of the iceberg and the potential of what blockchain technology is going to do in just one industry. Guys, over the next year to 2 years, we're going to see a lot more companies pop up with even better, greater technology, not in just the electricity space, but I'm talking about it in every company that you can think of. And it's just amazing. It's just getting started. Just wait till we come out here in the next few months. I would say a few weeks, probably announce in the next week or two, pertinent information about another company based around decentralizing an area space that you guys will be, it's just going to blow your socks off the water. But again, let's just taking a look just at the proof of work. This whole new business model and this whole structure, this whole financial structure is amazing, isn't it? So again, one GreenX mining rig through KGX, $3,750. When it gets to a 2 cent evaluation, that's a $24,000 potential take home. The value gets to 15 cents, and you got 1.2 million coins right now from your rig, and that's producing every month. If it was at 15 cents for 2 months straight, and you were getting 1.2 million coins, that would be a, let's just times that by 2. That I mean, how many years would it take you to create that? I mean, what I'm trying to say is that when you start to look at how money works, how fast money can grow, not just in a crypto space, but yes, there's risk to rewards, but that's life changing. See, that's on one rig. So now you see $3,750 doesn't really look like a lot of money. Really, it's not. To some people it is, but if it puts you in a position to have one rig and even develop at 2 cents right now, because this is the best time to get a rig, because it's producing the most amount of coins possible. Because over the next few months, more rigs are going to be placed online, which means out of that 50 billion coins that's issued to this, more coins are going to be taken away from the coffer. In fact, in this first year alone, in the first year, out of the 50 billion coins, half of those coins are going to be mined. And then it's going to slow down, and the rest are going to be mined, and it's going to slow down the hash rate because of more machines are going to be online. And you're going to see more like over the next 20 years, coins are going to be mined. And that's only going to keep driving the price up. So if you've got a whole bunch of coins now and that price shoots up, let's say you got a mining rig right now, and you got, let's just say it's mining 1.2 million coins. And let's say it comes on the exchange, what is it, November, December. Let's just say you've got November worth of coins, December, January, February. Let's say it hits the exchange in February. So that's 4 months of worth of coins. Let's just say 4 months. That's not when it will be released. I'm just making it up. But let's just say it does. So let's just say you had one rig 4 months from now. They put it on an exchange like Cryptopia, let's just say. And now you've got 4.8 million Green X coins. Let's just say that sucker hits 2 cents. No, that's not right. That's not right. Okay, so 4.8 times 2 cents. I mean, 4.8 times 2 cents, let's just say it hit 2 cents, and you had 4.8 million of these coins. That's $96,000 in value that you could take if the value and volume, sales volume, was there at the time. Again, let me do that math. If it was, which it might not, if it was at $1 billion market cap, like say there was $1 billion, which would put it around 11 to 15 cents. So let's say the same, 4.8 million coins time, or, let's say 15 cents. Jesus Christ. You guys, I mean, that's volume. Again, I'm not saying you're going to make, no, that's volume, or value you potentially could take on one rig if you had, let's say, 4 months of coins. If it was mining, you had 4.8 million coins that it mined over the next 3 to 4 months. Let's say if it hit an exchange and it was at 15 cents. Again, that's me being way over dramatic. I have no clue what it's going to be at. Again, I'm not a financial advisor. I want to make that clear because people hear things the way they want to hear things. There's no way, no one can predict. All I can do is guess, but no one can tell you what it's going to be at. No one can. It's impossible. It's literally impossible. So I'm just giving you guys a prospectus of, what I can do is show you if you had this amount of coins and it was at 3 cents, what the value could be if you took it at the time. I can say that. That's legit. That's legit because when it is on the market cap, and there would be, if there was X amount of dollars into that volume, that would equal, there's a math equation that you can say. And that's what I'm saying, is that at that math equation, if it was, in this case, 15 cents, if it hit 15 cents and you have 4.8 million coins, let's just say off of one machine, that's $720,000 in volume or value you could take out. Hear it the way you want to hear it on that. But I mean, the point is that's astronomically, that's life-changing. I mean, hell, if it was, let's even do 5 cents, 4.8 million. Let's say if they hit 5 cents even. I mean, 5 cents, that's $240,000 in value that you potentially could take at the time. I mean, this is astronomical. Guys, now you see why I'm fired up about just this one project. So we have in KGX, we have other projects, I think, that are, I should say, mainstream and widestream bigger than this project. That's just my opinion. This is huge, astronomically huge, guys. So, what we really are lining out is how to, why I'm stressing the Green X mining project is because there is a time frame. There's a complete time frame to, get one of these machines. And the time frame really is now. This is a sales pitch. I'm going to totally put on the sales hat and be direct. And I'm going to say, you sit on it and more people are buying machines, which means more coins are being eaten up. The more machines that are placed online, the more coins are going to be gone. So this is the time to get a machine. That I am going to stress, because the more coins that you accumulate, however long you want to keep them, if they hit an exchange like Cryptopia and you sell them right out the gate, or if you hold them for 12 months and it goes up, it can go down, but let's say it goes up to 5 and 10 cents. You know, that is worth, to me, it would be worth it. It would be worth 6 months or a year from now, and it went to 10 cents and you sold that, and because you see the value there. I mean, it would take most people 4 or 5 years to make a $200,000 to $300,000 range. Well, if you're making $60,000, let's just say if you're making 66, 12, 18, 24, it would take you, if you were making, and that's actually not bad income. If you were making $60,000 a year, $60,000 a year, it would take you 4 years to make $240,000. 4 years. I mean, when you put it in and you break it into that perspective, then you're talking about, that's when you start to see, man, time is money and money is time, right? Okay. So with that, I mean, I really want to keep driving this home because it's worth it to me to kind of keep driving this home and showing you guys the power. It's, yes, I can't use the word investment, but on the side where the potential of value potential is inside of the KGX or the Green X mining project, that it is the best time. It would be like trying to buy Bitcoin back in the day. If you bought Bitcoin back in the day and you were making hundreds of Bitcoin, if you say you had 1,000 right now, let's say you had 1,000 Bitcoin and you got it at like nothing times, right now it's at $6,500. Yeah, 1,000 Bitcoin. I mean, Jesus Christ. Now you'd have more than that. If you had 1,000 Bitcoin, man, at a penny, you just would have a lot. You would, if you had 1,000 Bitcoin, you're set up so nicely, because the price of Bitcoin now at $6,500. A lot of people that just got into Bitcoin are probably like, man, wish Bitcoin would go on a bull run. But the people that bought Bitcoin even 4 years ago, hell, 2 years ago, but 4 years ago, 10 years ago when it started, those people are not crying. Those people are by far not crying. In fact, those people are like, man, they're living their best life because they got Bitcoin when it was extremely cheap. And now imagine with the value, because they got it at 9, 10, virtually nothing. Imagine where they're at now. This is amazing. This is amazing, guys. This is the power of cryptocurrency and why I pay attention to it. And it's not just the investment side, it's the technology side and the implications of how the technology, the blockchain, even if you don't fully understand all that stuff, but how it's going to affect the future. We're looking at the next financial revolution and the digital real estate of the next 100+ years. This is going to be important for you to learn this because you can be a part of the biggest wealth shift in human history. The ones who learn this are the ones who are going to benefit from this, because this is not just, I'm trying to make an extra $500 a month. This is life-changing, life-advancing material here. This is powerful. So get yourself set up on your Cryptopia site, because I don't know if it's going to be on that site, but this is a good site to get on. And if you don't have a Green X mining machine, we need to talk. We need to sit down and we need to, I'm just candid about the price. It's really about a total of $4,000 because you got to get the education stuff with it. So the only way to get the Green X box, you got to get the education because you have to go through your back portal. So it's about $4,000. You're going to need $4,000 to get set up. $4,000 and the potential that this coin has or this machine has and what it'll produce. And when it hits an exchange, I just showed you, $4,000 don't seem like nothing. So if you don't have $4,000, guess what? You can buy a machine a month from now, 2 months from now, 3, hell, a year from now. But the best time to buy the machine is right now. You're going to have the most amount of coins. So I already know human behavior. Human behavior is going to procrastinate. So my thing is to you, and yes, putting a sales hat on, is that you're probably going to procrastinate and put it off. But then when it hits an exchange and you see the value, then you're going to see that it's less risk. but you're not going to, it's going to probably be not too late, but you're probably not going to get a machine online for 4 to 5 months after that point. Why does it take that long, Jairus? Because when people start to hear about, which they already are, about this GreenX mining project, and the more machines that are sold, what's going to happen is it's going to push. What's going to happen? What happened there? What's going to happen? What's going to happen is it's going to push the amount of machines. It's going to take longer to get a lot of those machines operational and online. This is the time, because it's kind of like the quiet before the storm. Seriously, this is the best time to get a machine. So let me click back to, I'm going to click to the KGX site. So what I'm going to say, I'm going to invite you, you know, what we're going to do if you want to get set up with one of these machines. I'm not sure what happened there. One of these machines is, let's talk, let's get you set up. And I mean, I want to get you programmed in GreenX mining project. I got a lot of material, yes, to give you, but it's more of, you know, you got to, it's at the end of the day, if you don't have it, you don't have it. Let's just not drag it out. If you do have it, you make a decision. I'm not going to force anybody to do anything, but make a decision. Of course, you want to see what it says. If you want guarantees, there is no guarantee. But what I'll tell you is this is the best time to get a machine to really maximize the potential when it does hit an exchange, because that I believe strongly, based off of what I know about what this project is already about, and what I know the potential, and what I see the potential one machine's doing each month. I know that, wait a minute, if the machine was even at less than a cent, it's still making what I put in every month. If it was at less than a cent, if it's making 1.2 million coins, I'm still making $5,000 and $6,000 in value a month. To me, it's a win-win situation. That's a month. Now, it's not, again, you got to understand, you only pay one time. This is not a monthly membership thing. You paid one time, you got one machine that's going to produce probably over the next 5+, if not more years, actually over the next 20 years. Your machine, it may, in the next 5 or 10, it may produce extremely low, but there's a strategy about how to buy one machine and then leverage through those profits, how to buy more machines. That's what I'm going to do. Guys, one machine can literally, if you do it right, change your financial landscape based on the value going up and how things are laid out. And I strongly believe that this is a great project, that it can and will support the volume, the value. And with Bitcoin, I have a strong belief that the next year we're going to see a bull run inside of the crypto space. I think next year is going to be an amazing time to have already put your bid inside of getting an GreenX mining machine, but also other projects that we have rolling out here in the GreenX or in the crypto KGX model, which I cannot talk about, but man, I can't, man, I'm gonna just say everything eventually will become decentralized. GreenX, the GreenX coin is about deregulating electricity. We're gonna see a lot more companies likewise deregulate a lot more things that you and I are accustomed or familiar with already. For a perfect example, and let's talk about this as I get ready to wrap this up. And I'm going to use this article to talk about everything will become eventually tokenized or on the blockchain or on the blockchain in some way, form, or fashion. This article came out about 7 hours ago, and it says the blockchain firm upgrades app in quest to reduce fatal air accidents. Let's take a look at this. So Arion, all right. So Arion estimates that 57% of aviation accidents can be attributed to human factors. And here's a key word, the blockchain works the best. Poor record keeping is often to blame. The company says it is possible for the pilots to manipulate records and exaggerate their experience. While airlines may underreport flight hours to save on maintenance costs, Arion has been working to implement blockchain into existence, aviation safety protocols, and to stop vital data from being lost. Keyword. This distorted or fogged over time. It is hoped that this will help reduce the number of fatal accidents in the world's skies subsequently. In March, Ariane launched the first iteration of its mobile app for pilots in Apple's iStore and Google Play, enabling them to record their flights, hours, and blockchain instead of paper and earn full confidence of prospective employers and aviation authorities. This month, new features are being added so that the pilots can create. This is already in motion, guys. Let me just keep going. And submit flight plans, detailing intended routes and other flight details, bringing convenience to the pilots and small aircraft, flight schools, and students. Ariane said that this upgrade was a response to suggestions from the community, adding, furthermore, statistical summaries will be introduced, offering more insight into the pilot's experience. The company has also revealed that it has been intensive interactions with aviation authorities in various jurisdictions, primarily in the European Union. It is hoped that the specialist portal, where it is pilots can submit logs online with authorities, officers' views, and processing records, will be launched in the spring of 2019. Now you see why Brandon Ivy and myself are talking about 2019 is going to be a huge year. We've got companies that are already looking or activating the blockchain technology in the retail space and more. When they come on and then they start applying the interface, the front end side, the user side to the mass audience, it's when the user side uses whatever way that they're going to show how to utilize their blockchain or cryptocurrency technology to the masses, that where mass adoption becomes more understandable and accessible. And that's when mass adoption happens. And with the technology like the GreenX mining project, with another project that we'll be talking very soon here in the KGX system here, that is going to impact the markets in a massive way. This is going to be a massive, let me say this. I think that what we're going to launch after this GreenX project, really not after, but really soon, what we got coming, Brandon and I are itching. Let me tell you, we're itching. Oh my God, we're itching. This project to me is going to probably be the biggest project of a lifetime for me. And I think that there's going to be others that'll be just as big, I think. But I think the current day, this one will be probably not the GreenX. GreenX is huge. That's one. But this next one, big, like too big to even for most to comprehend big. And I'm going to talk it up that big. I'm fired the freak up about it, man, because it benefits the end user and it benefits the company and it benefits the blockchain. It benefits everybody wins in a huge way, freaking huge way, unfathomably huge way. My gosh, I know I'm going on about it, but let me just tell you guys that blockchain is going to decentralize everything. Does this make sense? See, the blockchain is the portal that runs cryptocurrency. Without blockchain, you don't have a secure interface to send cryptocurrency. You need the blockchain because it's an open ledger to track and trace everything autonomously without error. That's when I say blockchain is what I'm talking about. My gosh. Man, I'm getting old. I got to take my glasses off, put them back on, take them back. But man, I noticed, like, when I look, totally random, but it's like, man, my eye, man, I need glasses as I have them so bad. It's like I can't even see good without glasses. Man, never thought I'd come to this day that I'm become to the point where I have to wear glasses everywhere I go. Anyways, guys, side note, that was totally off cue, but I'm going to get ready to wrap this up because I've gone a little long. Let me, here we go. So as I wrap this up, let me leave you guys with this. let me leave you guys with this. You know, we're at a place in history, human history. We're at a place in time, not just history, but we're at a place in time where I would say you can benefit from this movement, this blockchain shift, and cryptocurrency bigger than ever before. But most people will miss it. And sadly, this is the time to get into this cryptocurrency space where it's the cheapest. There's so many different projects. Literally, it's almost overwhelming. There's so many different projects, coins, and things to look at, invest in, buy into, research, be a part of. We're at the beginning. You could say the Wild Wild West, but we're really at, you know, kind of the beginning Epcot of how things are going to shift financially. That being said, the GreenX project, that's a huge one. The next project soon come is affordable and it's big. My God, I would say GreenX is big because of the value that we can take out money-wise. The other projects, it's great because of the product and the value that it'll save and the value that it'll bring. But this is just the beginning of what we have, what not we, but what the blockchain and people that are involved in this space already know. And more you delve into this space, not just the money, but the abilities, the investments, the opportunities start to bring and open up and expand the possibilities. Well, that's me, Jairus Coleman. I call myself Mr. ICO. I'm signing off. Hopefully you guys got value from this. If you want to talk to me, let's talk. Let's get you set up. Let's get you a GreenX mining rig, and let's get you into the KGX system. Guys, Brandon and Ivy and I are about to go on the road with Diana and many others in Chicago. It's going to be huge. Don't want to miss it. You don't want to miss out on a Chicago event. We got a lot of great things coming. Guys, peace and blessings to you, Mr. ICO.